Alrighty, welcome back to InHaus podcast, episode 3.
Dang.
Yeah, episode 3, guys. We've got a couple people who really helped us out with graphics and video.
Yeah. Shout out to Josh Hansen. You can find him on Instagram at joshhansen43. And then Sarah Close, man, coming in clutch with the logo.
Yeah.
Doing the designs and
Doing
everything?
all the design.
Yeah.
Then you can just find her at Sarah Close, KLOS _
Josh for video, Sarah
Yeah.
for graphics.
That was good.
And we've got Stu today.
We have Stu.
Hey, Stu.
Welcome, man.
Stu, baby.
Happy to be here.
What's good, man?
So how do we know Stu?
Stu's from Crew. Crew is
On campus from Stu.
from Stu.
I wish, dude. That'd be... Did you specifically go into crew ministry because your name was Stu and you can make that rhyme all the time?
It helped.
That helps.
Did you go by Stuart or Stu growing up?
So I kind of rebranded when I got
You rebranded here. Yes.
Because a lot of people called me Stu back in Bloomington when I lived in Bloomington. But I went by, I would introduce myself as Stuart, and so I was like, well, I'll just kind of steer into it and just call myself Stu.
Okay.
So I've been introducing myself as Stu to people.
What do you like better?
It just depends. Like my grandma couldn't call me Stu. I don't feel weird, but I like when you call me Stu.
Oh, Stuart.
Aw.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
cute. Let me, I get to pinch your cheek.
Everyone, not just John. Sorry,
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
you guys.
Not just you. You're not special. Just that's okay.
For those of us who don't know, give us a little 30, 45-second rundown of your life up until now.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a big question.
Let's see. 38 years old. No, I'm
Okay.
kidding.
I've got 6 kids.
24. My claim to coolness is that I was born in Seattle.
Ooh.
So I was
That's
born in
pretty sweet.
Seattle.
I didn't know that.
And then my family moved to Indiana, and then we moved to Illinois. And so then I grew up in the suburbs.
So it's like you moved to Illinois when you were super young.
Yeah. In 3rd grade.
Okay.
So you remember Seattle?
No, I moved to Indiana.
Oh.
And then, yeah. I remember Indiana.
That's nice.
But
Don't you wish you could forget it?
yes.
Right.
It's like,
Sorry
yeah.
to anybody who watches our podcast and lives in Indiana.
But
You're in the suburbs.
yeah, and then I moved to Bloomington Normal for college.
Yeah.
Then I didn't finish college there, and then I joined staff with Crew, and then I moved here.
Okay. You went to ISU?
Heartland Community College.
Heartland. Okay, sweet.
Shout out community college.
Shout out Heartland. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh my god.
That's super sweet.
So why did you pursue Crew and not finish college, or was that calculated, or?
So I didn't finish college for a whole other reason. I just
Okay.
I'm really bad at school.
Preach, bro.
But yeah,
Yeah, John's not in college right now.
Yeah,
John's
true.
not in college.
Yeah.
dropouts, baby. Yeah, I dropped out of college just because I felt like in high school it was kind of only preached to me that you either go into college or the military or you're just homeless.
Yeah.
And so I felt
Isn't
like
true, by the way.
that's not true. I felt this immense crazy pressure to try and do school.
Mhm.
And so even in high school I really struggled to learn in that setting. So I got to college, tried it one semester, hated it, took a semester off, tried it again, hated it, took another semester off, then just decided never to go back. Maybe not never, but I think
Definitely not for now.
indefinite break, a hiatus, if you will.
A hiatus.
Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah, and so I was like just working like a couple part-time jobs, but also volunteering with crew at Illinois State University, and I worked a couple part-time jobs. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I came to Christ through crew, and so that's probably like one of the main drivers of like wanting to do crew. Is just it has eternally impacted my life, and
Awesome.
I think it's a cool ministry.
Yeah.
Sweet. And when did you meet Danica?
His wife, by the way.
His wife. Danica's his wife.
It's one of my 7 children.
38 years old, 7 children.
It's just so
Spring of 2015, but we became friends of like spring of 2016.
Cool.
Yeah, we went on a Germany spring break trip together.
Sweet.
Oh,
And
nice.
there we just became really
That's
good friends. And,
Awesome.
and at first I didn't kind of consider her as like a potential relationship
Right, yeah.
because first of all I was dating someone. But I was like, oh, I think Danica's pretty cool. But she was also like an intern at the time, and I was sophomore age, and so I was like, that's probably not a
It's not
thing.
gonna happen.
And then I was like, oh, I can date interns and staff members, so
Wait, you can?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, just a little
I mean,
scandalous.
it doesn't matter. Like I didn't know.
Are you thinking about asking out Sarah? Or Drew?
I was gonna ask about Drew. But, sorry, Brittany.
cool, super cool. So you met on a trip to Germany.
We're at. Is it Berlin?
Berlin and Munich, like half and half.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been?
Oh no, I haven't been.
I was in the Germany airport when I was adopted.
That's cool.
You probably don't remember that.
Dude, no idea.
Cool.
Darn it.
They have these things called Duners that are like basically German euros, but they're way better than euros. If you're in
Duners.
Germany, you should try it.
You guys trying to take a trip to Germany?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Can you come with?
Wait, how racy is this podcast?
Oh, dude.
I mean, like PG-13.
Okay, Duner, I just met her.
Yeah.
There you go. Classic Stu.
Sorry.
Man, Stu was
Yeah,
never
he's
invited
like-
back.
Oh, fun.
Dude.
You guys are really good question askers.
Good.
At church, we talked about asking questions and the impact that it has on discipleship.
Really?
And yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are good question askers.
Was that from Jeff Knitt?
Yeah.
What a guy.
Shout out.
Wait,
Yeah,
who's Jeff
Knitt.
Knitt?
He's the pastor of Crossview Church in DeKalb, Illinois.
Sweet. Do
So
we know him?
if you're looking for a pretty cool church,
Yeah, it's
over there.
Yeah. What's been like the main thing that you've really taken out of going there?
Awesome.
It's a very community-oriented church, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, it's important.
They even have like things like kind of like church-wide discipleship programs, which is really cool, and the teaching's great. Matt Callio, the worship leader, I love.
Yeah.
I love Matt Callio. Matt Callio, I love you. Sorry.
No, I do too. I mean, yeah, I think we've developed a steady romance. I
Yeah,
think.
cool.
And like, I mean,
We should have him on.
He's really cool. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're good.
Oh,
Out of all the churches that we visited, like Crossview is the most welcoming,
Mhm.
and it feels like we can get good teaching anywhere. We can have like good music pretty much anywhere, but like community is the one thing that I feel like really defines the church, and so we're
Yeah.
looking for that.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's like the body of the church. So
Yeah.
You know.
it's awesome.
It's the bride of Christ.
It is, man.
Sorry, back to your story, if you don't mind. Is that cool? You
It's our show.
met Danica. That's true. You're right. You met Danica, and then you were working at crew, and then you got on staff, or you got married, or how did that go down?
I love this part. Sorry.
Oh.
Part.
Aww.
Just go ahead.
What was that?
I don't know.
Chill, Noah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you've been screwing with that. I was gonna
No,
say something.
My thigh knocked it.
Ooh.
I have been screwing with
Yeah,
it, but
I-
my thigh knocked it that time.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So got married May of 2018. And at the time, like, we were engaged, and I thought I should probably get a big boy job, or else I'm not gonna be able to support my family.
Right.
So I got a job at this horrible little call center. It was called AFME, and I did.
I hope they don't find us. I hope.
I did web chat customer service for Verizon, for Verizon's business customers.
Hold on, pause. Could you imagine Stu, like,
Doing
I
web
love
chats.
the Verizon. This is
Yeah, I had to say that. Like, we had scripts and everything. It was horrible.
So you were like on the phone a lot with people, right?
No, we, like web, like, so we literally just typed to people.
Okay.
you're like a American IT guy.
Yeah. Hey, be honest. Is there you like copy paste stuff right to everybody?
Well,
It's like
so we have scripts that like we like are in. So we had one panel that was like our chat, and then we had one panel that was like things that we could just like click and send. Sometimes you accidentally send the wrong stuff. Like someone gets in the chat and you're like, "Thanks for talking with Verizon today. Make sure you leave a survey." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
like, no, that's not what you meant to say.
But yeah, like it was just really rough because the more you remove humanity from something, the easier it is to be horrible to it.
Yeah.
So like with face-to-face interaction, you're able to like see someone, even like touch someone. You could smell them.
I could smell you.
Yeah. But like you're there with them, like they're a real person.
Right, yeah.
When you're on the phone, you like hear someone's voice. You can hear like the tone and empathy that comes out.
Yeah.
Like you can understand they're still like a real person, but there's like a little less empathy because they're not like right in front of you.
Not there. Yeah.
When you're doing web chat, you can just be horrible to them because you can't hear them or see them. And a lot of people thought I was a robot. A lot of people asked me, and I just had to like type like jumbled letters and then like see. But
Wow.
Like I swear I'm not.
So you hated that.
yeah, anyways, yeah, I hated that job. It was really bad. I sometimes would just call Danica on breaks just crying because it was so like mentally exhausting.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Dude.
But were people just mean? Is that like the?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured.
People were pricks. Yeah.
How does that play into like? Because I noticed when you said the face-to-face interactions and the empathy and everything, like, how would that play, or does that play a role into how you like interact with social media or just relationships in general?
That's a really good question.
Dude, you're dropping bombs this morning.
Dropping bombs.
It's probably the turtleneck.
So it probably is the turtleneck. It probably is the turtleneck.
Yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, I think I text people less. Seriously, like I think
Probably true.
like texting people just seems so much more taxing. I think since that job, but
You'd rather, if you had the opportunity to like talk to them on the phone.
yeah.
So are you happy that I call you?
Okay, so I call people all the time, but now that you call me all the time, I'm like, man, I should call.
You're right.
Every time I call
You're like
Stu,
just texting.
and I'm not exaggerating here. I'm not exaggerating at all when I say this. I'll call Stu, and 9 times out of 10, it rings maybe once. Okay, one time, maybe twice, and then I'm on voicemail. And then I'll get a text from Stu being like, I can't talk right now. Or the worst is when he goes, what? Or he says, what do you want?
You always call me at the most inconvenient times.
Or the other day, like I had to pick up my clip, and I was like, Stu, can I come pick up your clip? And he's like, no, not right now. And I look on Danica's Instagram story, and you guys are having like a date night.
Aw.
You guys are watching Transformers and drinking milkshakes.
No, Marvel movies and milkshakes, and it was 10. It was 10 p.m. and we were in bed in our pajamas.
No, you weren't.
I swear.
Dude, it was like 8:30.
You can't.
Oh well, yeah, maybe.
It was 8:30.
As I said, I'm 38.
Got 7
7
kids.
kids.
Had to put them to bed.
No
That's how it
doubt.
goes.
Takes a while.
That's too funny.
Quit
Yeah.
screwing with that.
So
dude.
like when I worked in like customer service at a coffee shop, right?
That's
Now-
totally different.
No. Listen, hear me out. Now like I'm a lot more empathetic to like
Right.
people at coffee shops, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, dude, I get it. It's like rough. So
Yeah, even when I worked at Chipotle, it's like you never realize the like when you are ordering food, the people and everything, but it's like
significant.
the significance of the
I
person,
just-
yeah.
I want to tip every delivery driver so much money now.
Yeah, because you're a delivery driver. So
Dude, I delivered to Stu's house.
Hey,
I call this pizza shop and I'm like, hey, can I get delivered just in order of breadsticks because we had already had dinner. I just thought it'd be fun to see John. And they're like yelling in the background. Can we not ship, deliver?
Can we deliver breadsticks?
Just breadsticks, and he's like, yeah, sorry, no, we can't. And I'm like, all right, see ya. And I text John that, and he's like, give me 10 minutes. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? And he's like, they'll be there in 30 minutes.
I was out on a delivery, and then I got back to the shop. I was like, we're really not gonna bring this guy breadsticks? And they're like, I mean, we're really busy. And I was like, just put him in
business.
Yeah. And so they were like, fine. Once we get caught up, you can bring him. And you took very generously, so I appreciate that.
Aw, cute.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, it was like pouring rain. I almost crashed my car
Crashed my car.
6 times on the way there. I almost died.
You do
from
that every
stupid
time you drive.
breadsticks.
You almost crashed your car this morning.
Yes,
Into
into
us.
mine.
Oh,
That's
man.
okay. We didn't see it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Did you come in here and immediately say like, John almost killed me?
Yeah, but they also heard it.
I didn't hear
I
it.
honk.
Oh yeah, you honked
Oh yeah, I
twice.
heard the honk.
You just keep like gunning towards me. It's terrifying.
I had to get the coffee, bro.
Crazy Russian man.
Russian driving. Speaking of coffee, tell us about your, I don't know, what would you call it? A journey?
Yeah, your pilgrimage.
Guys,
Coffee
stop being
You
so
said-
dramatic.
you
You
said
love
once-
coffee.
You love coffee.
Yeah.
You've had coffee every day since college? Or not quite?
This is going off of what I told him.
This is going off record.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's
Are you immune to it now then? Like it won't wake you up in the morning.
So it doesn't really give me like an energy boost. I don't think it ever did. But well, maybe. But like now when I drink it, like if I don't drink it, it gives me a headache. So it's kind of just like I'm reliant on it now. So I
Yeah.
don't feel horrible,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks. I feel like a drug addict.
I mean, technically, someone is.
Yeah, no, for sure, it is a drug. I am a drug addict, I should say.
I feel like one. No, I am one. Don't worry.
Embrace it, Stu.
Put that on my Instagram bio.
I'm kidding.
Drug addict, 38-year-old, got 7 kids.
That's a good Tinder profile.
Works at Groove.
Jeez.
Yeah, so my journey in coffee, my pilgrimage in coffee.
I mean, now you like roast your own and brew your own and carry.
Stu's Brews, baby.
Stu's
Yeah.
brews.
It's good stuff.
My first like experiences with coffee were I think my mom might have let me like try hers when I was super young, and I thought it was gross, maybe. But what I distinctly remember is you should.
No, we can all do it. We can all do it.
I was gonna have a great time
that is
editing
that one.
this.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's okay. We're not gonna edit that part.
Yeah, my first experience with coffee was at church when I was in like high school. The old people would like have like half calf, and so, but it just tasted like sour garbage. Like it was so bad,
Right.
like aggressively bad. And I remember thinking like, this is gross. I'll never like coffee. And so when I went off to college, I remember meeting people who like really liked coffee, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Mhm.
And it was like the cool thing,
Right.
and it woke you up and stuff. And
Stay woke.
and so when I started getting involved in crew, like you just like meet at coffee shops, and there was like really good coffee in Bloomington Normal.
Yeah.
Coffee Hound.
Coffee house.
Coffee.
Fusion brew.
That place is incredible. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off.
Coffee
No,
house
you're
or fusion
fine.
brew.
But Coffee Hound is so best coffee I've ever had.
Yeah,
I wonder what.
Next to Stu's Brews.
for a review.
that's not true.
It was pretty
It's
fire.
pretty true.
Pretty true.
That's good.
Anyway,
So, I met this guy, Michael Wojcik.
Michael.
He's a piece of work, but he used to be the worship leader for crew.
it's just out here tearing people.
Boom roast. I just came on this podcast for like all my personal vendettas.
What was the name of your the call center?
Afni,
Daphne and Michael.
You guys suck.
my 7 kids.
7 kids.
All right.
I remember meeting him at this coffee shop, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'll order something. And so I got a latte, and I remember like drinking it, like taking my first sip, and I was like, this is incredible. And then like I would just like go back more and more to meet with people. I'm like, oh, coffee like can taste actually good. Like coffee isn't just this like horrible thing that people drink. Like it's something that's cool and fresh and it could be really, really good.
Yeah.
And so I remember like thinking like, okay, I'm gonna try and get into coffee. My roommates had a Keurig, and so I was like, I'm not gonna get K-cups. I'm gonna get one of those reusable pots.
That's like the unforgivable sin.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it was like
I don't know if it's unforgivable.
It's pretty unforgivable.
You guys just like, no, that's okay. So you got the refillable one.
Yeah.
That's good.
I remember getting this like peppermint mocha blend and drinking it. I'm like, man, this is great. But yeah, I mean, it was just all sugar. And so I remember my roommate moved out, took her Keurig, and yeah, it was I lived with 3 girls at one point. Fun fact.
Really?
But it was with my brother.
Off campus?
Yeah.
Okay.
We still lived with 3 girls, and it was really weird.
But and your brother.
But she took her Keurig.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah, she was a jerk.
That's okay.
This girl stayed. No, I'm kidding.
We're just gonna like title this. Stu comes on here and
Stu's fun.
bashes everybody. Stu's vendettas.
So she took it, and I'm like, crap, I still need to make coffee, and so I like didn't know what I was doing, but I went online and I looked up like pour over coffee because some of my friends talked about that, and I got like I didn't know how good it was at the time. I love stuff like that where you kind of like fall into something really great. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. But I got, and I still have it today. It's this red V60 pour over cone. And so I got it for my birthday, and I started making coffee on it. And I didn't know what I was doing. I had a blade grinder at the time, but I just like.
Why you just gotta call it out?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay, guys. You'll be all right. You'll be okay.
This is my journey.
This is his story. This is our show, but this is his story, and we need to be respectful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stu.
It's okay. Yeah, and so I like just got obsessed. This is like my personality where I find something and I get obsessed with trying to make it better and better and better until I kind of make it as good as I can, and then I just move on to something else. It's really unhealthy, but so I just like kind of like slowly throughout the years upgraded grinders and brewers and got a kettle and started drinking way better coffee and fresh coffee, and then now I'm at the point where I got a roaster for my birthday, and that's kind of more like economical.
Roaster.
Inappropriate. Sorry. That was more like of an economical decision rather than, oh, this is going to produce the best coffee. We started a budget last year, and like really try and like save and put away for the future. And so I just wanted to like be economical with this. So we invested in a roaster, and it's just way cheaper to do that. So.
But do you know like what the price breakdown per cup is? Did you get that far into your budget or not quite?
No.
I'd be interested. Yeah. Like, cause you're buying wholesale beans, right? Like green, unroasted. Yeah. And then you're roasting them. I'd be interested in that. You know?
So for a pound of coffee, you can get like in Ethiopian that I just got, a pound of it was like $6, and like the more you buy, the cheaper it is.
Unroasted, $6.
Yeah, and so like a pound of Ethiopian roasted from a third wave shop would be like, I mean, maybe like $22, maybe even more than that.
Yeah.
Of like a pound of meat.
Have you thought about opening your own coffee shop?
Yeah, I would like to.
Would you call it Stu's Brews? Because there's a place in Arkansas.
Somewhere who took it.
Stu's Brews, coffee, and espresso.
I think I just need some seed money. So if I like have an uncle that dies and leaves me a bunch of money, I would do it. But right now we just don't have the cash.
Sucks.
Same with me.
I'm really sad. Because like, why? How are you just gonna?
This is great.
How are you just gonna take that?
Here's a question: do you like when you're opening a business, right? Or say you're doing a podcast.
So you're starting a podcast.
Do you like slowly work with what you have, right? Or do you save up and put away until you can do it like all out? You know what I mean?
That's a really good question.
Like say, so you've got like a roaster right now, you know what I mean? Do you like slowly start roasting and selling? This time
Is that a preference?
This is definitely a
Is that
preference.
definitely-
you know what I
It could
mean?
be personality.
And we can ask around the table,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But like, do you like slowly start selling coffee? You know what I mean? And then save that money and then get a new roaster and then sell more coffee, or do you like save and save and save and save and then open an all-out coffee shop like in 10 years?
Yeah. This is just a hair of a tangent, but
Okay, go for it. Please.
have you guys heard of Blue Bottle Coffee?
Yeah. Love it.
No.
No.
Their like owner, CEO, the founder, James Freeman. I think that's his name. He's a really really cool guy, but he like saved up a ton of money and got like a commercial sized roaster. He lived in LA at the time, and he was like a classical musician. So he made no money. He took out this huge loan to get this roaster
Uh-huh.
in a space for it, and like kind of his life became roasting and selling at farmers market. And then he would like start to brew that coffee at farmers markets, and his whole idea was like every cup is fresh no matter what, like no like pre-made stuff. And so like he was delivering like really really
Bless you.
Bless you.
really
Oh, is it gross? Doing that.
Chris, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
big nostrils. So like I would say like maybe like he was somewhere in between to where like they're not the caliber that they're at now obviously, but also like he didn't just do it on like a little home roaster that
Yeah.
like I have, you know, he had like a nice commercial roaster, kind of put everything he had into it. And I think like if you want to do something, I would just say like if you really want to do something, make a business or like make a life out of it, I would say like yeah, like put everything that you have into it.
Just do it.
But that's just risky. If you have like 7 kids like me,
Yeah, and you're 38.
You're
Yes.
sporty, man.
I know. I guess I'm settling down.
I guess I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Mr. Dropout.
Piecing out.
What are you gonna open a coffee shop?
Pouring everything I have into this pot.
Oh.
I was just kidding. I'm kidding.
Guys, fun unrelated fact. What do you guys do if like someone has to take a poop?
Do you have to,
podcast.
do you have to poop right now?
Pretty
Coffee
badly.
hits.
Coffee
When
hits.
the coffee
It happens.
hits.
Bro, if you gotta
Gotta-
poop, like we'll entertain the masses.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't even know what time we're at. What time are we at? You've got a timer on yours, dude.
We're at a solid 27 minutes.
Dude, go poop.
I also don't want to use your bathroom, so I'm good. I'm good. I can hold it.
Is it dirty?
Don't want to use your bathroom.
I was like genuinely curious though, like what you guys did if you had to take it down.
Well, like, if we were using the other camera, we could easily cut.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have to.
We still could easily cut and then go to commercial.
Nah.
Thoughts, opinions? John doesn't want to. No, doesn't want to.
Dude, I'm.
How bad do you have to poop? Right? On a scale from 1 to 10.
Like a 2 or 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever had to poop like so bad that like?
You just
I
can't.
don't want to talk about
hold
it.
It's just, man.
Guys, our podcast is going downhill real quick.
Going down the toilet, literally.
Ah.
I got a squatty potty for Christmas, and
Did you really?
Yeah, it's great, but the problem is like I feel like all of my poops are emergency poops, and so like I never get to use it because I just like have to run to the bathroom and aim as quick as possible.
It's all the coffee you're drinking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have time to like set it up.
Well, and I've been eating a lot of raw chicken.
Raw?
Raw chicken.
No, I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding.
That chicken you made us the other night.
Nice.
Come on.
So tell us about your cooking.
Yeah,
Do you cook
sure.
a lot?
Wait, did we all want to answer the business?
Oh yeah. Let's
was
go,
the
and then we'll talk
question?
about cooking afterwards.
Alright, so I hate to be that guy, but what's your Enneagram?
He's a 4.
I'm a 4.
Oh,
I totally guessed.
me too.
I totally guessed.
Really?
You're a 4? Dude, I'm proud of myself.
I think I might be a 2, but I'm pretty sure I'm a 4. I thought I was 2 for a while, but then I was like,
You know
no,
who's
I'm
a
4.
2?
Who?
Brittany.
Nice, Brittany O'Reilly.
Brittany O'Reilly.
Cool. I was just
Shout
making
out
sure we're talking
Brittany
about
O'Reilly.
that.
Oh,
Every time I say Brittany, he's like, Brittany O'Reilly? Who else would I be talking about?
He's you guys.
There's other Britneys out there.
In that case, I got some personal vendettas. You know?
Yeah, I'm not just gonna sit on here and talk about Joshi's wife.
Is Joshi's wife also named Brittany?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a little weird because,
No, it's okay.
like,
They're the same person.
we're basically the same person.
That's okay.
I'm actually driving Joshi's wife's old car.
That's okay.
Yeah,
It's alright.
they're
Okay.
so similar.
Titus, how would you start the business? What would you do?
So like part of me says I just want to go all in for it, you know, but I always get a little bit scared, you know. Like I would love to sell coffee out of a VW van one day, and like go to, I don't know if this is legal or not. Somebody, I mean, I can look it up later. I just haven't put enough thought into it. But like go to national parks, right, and like camp there, right, in a campground in my VW, right, and then wake up in the morning and like open up shop, right? Because like people walk and drive through campgrounds. Think about, and you're always looking for better coffee when you're camping, right? And so that would be perfect. And a lot of people who camp also like coffee, I feel like.
I don't know if that's legal.
I don't know if
It
is.
sounds almost illegal.
It sounds like there
Make it
could be
illegal.
some governing laws against it, but I could look it up. Or I just
Yeah.
become a park ranger who really likes making coffee for people, and like I make it for free. And then I don't have to cross legal boundaries to do it. Like that'd be sweet, but I don't think I would go all in. I think I would like try to do it slowly.
Yeah.
I'm playing the long game.
Well,
No. I'm gonna go against that. No. Living with you, you're like all in.
I'm doing it now.
We're doing it now. Like this podcast wouldn't even have been where
That's
it is
true.
without
So-
John. So it's cool.
So December 6th
Yeah.
last year, we were talking about doing a podcast maybe, and we got out Noah's mic, and we were playing around with it. And then we recorded something. And then that night, John made 12 social media accounts.
I mean, all our social
And-
media accounts.
And uploaded it to YouTube literally like through midnight that night. Like he worked into the wee hours of the
I
morning.
worked until 2 a.m.
And then he was like, okay boys, this is our podcast.
So like
And
when
then
you
all of a
say
sudden
I'm
we
going
were
on
on.
game.
I was like,
true.
because here's the thing. I've
going
had
right.
too many people, like,
Try and fail.
I don't know, like, what am I saying? Like, no, so like people would be like, oh, let's do this thing. And I'd be like, dude, that sounds incredible. Let's do it. And then they'd be like, no. And they'd bail. So I literally just had to trap you guys. I was like,
Well done, you've trapped us.
You've trapped us.
now we're in.
Welcome to it. Welcome to John's podcast.
Real quick, how do you guys feel about your first podcast going live right now?
Oh yeah, it's live
It is, yeah.
today.
It's true.
Dude, I'm
It's
so...
still early state.
Yeah.
It's like nervous. I'm like nervous, but I'm excited.
I'm
It's
not
like,
nervous.
I feel like it's kind of like when you record a song and you release it. It's like, dude, that's something that I worked on. And
You
it's
know, all
it's
the
out there
songs.
for critique, and it's out there for people to absolutely poop on it if they want. That's
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
even if they poop on it, I just want to, like, I want people to know I don't want to say, like, the minimal effort we put into it, but we're by no means professional, you know? So it's, I mean, we just talked about poop for 2-3 minutes, right? So, like, it's cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even if people are like, hey, you guys aren't doing so good, it's like, hey, it's fine, you know?
I mean, our camera's like going back and forth for the whole first episode.
That's true. That's okay.
Yeah, we got like this wavy,
It was a little wobbly.
weird, wobbly.
It was like we were underwater.
or something.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I think we fixed it.
Have you seen it yet?
Cross fingers.
No.
Oh my gosh!
Bless
Bless you.
I woke up and just immediately came here.
Bless you.
I'm dying soon.
Are you an early morning guy?
No.
I can be if I have a reason to get up.
Is this a reason to get up?
Yeah.
Apparently. You see it.
Yeah. But I like the idea of getting up early.
I do
If I
too.
have nothing to do, then it just feels hard. Like it felt easier when I was in college to get up and like want to spend time reading or praying and stuff like that. But it's felt harder recently. I think that's because I'm married and like when I wake up there's someone to cuddle and I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm not getting out of bed. When I woke up like when I was single, it was just like a cold dead world. like, well, yeah, I need to get up.
It's
or
just
else
me
I'll
and
get
a
arrested.
road.
Yeah, and my Daniel Craig body pillow.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh wait, you don't have one of those?
No.
Oh.
Titus is like, I'm just.
I don't have one. of those. I don't have one either. I don't have.
I have a
one.
body pillow. I love it.
Is it Daniel Craig? That's good.
Dude, you have a podcast experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast
No
experience?
doubt. Shout out Moral Fiber.
Moral fiber?
It's really bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah. So we,
Do we have competition?
my friends and I were like,
Not even a contest.
my friends and I were like exceptionally bored. I think it was me and 3 or 4 other guys. I think it was just 3. But so there's 4 of us, and we were just so bored one day, and we're like, well, like we were sitting at the guys' crew house that they had on campus, and I just started recording on my phone. I'm like, guys, we're doing a podcast right now. And they're like, what? And yeah, it's really bad. We posted on social media like, here's our first podcast. Comment how far you've gotten, and everyone said like a minute, 30 seconds, like 2 minutes,
Rough.
How long was the whole episode?
like an hour and a half.
To be fair, our first one was a little over an hour.
Our first one, because we did like a 36 questions.
Because
to,
we
like, get to
also
know
didn't know that was going to go live.
We had no idea. We just started filming. We did kind of what you did. We just kind of started filming. And
Yeah, that's okay.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
we had one mic. We would just pass it around the table.
We did, yeah.
That was
Okay.
a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. It's a good way to start, I think. Tell
Have
us
you
about
ever-
cooking. I want to hear about cooking.
Oh yeah, cooking.
I thought you
I was
said
gonna
tell
ask
us
if you
about
ever used
cocaine.
the-
I was like,
I have.
Tell us about that.
I just used my iPhone last time. You're at 99%.
Ooh.
Yeah, you are.
You're 100%.
Yeah, you are.
Do you feel nervous that I took it out?
No.
Okay. Tell you about cooking. Cooking really intimidated me until I got a job at, it's called Coffee House. Not Coffee Hound. 2 letters make a huge difference. Coffee House.
HAUS?
No.
Because there's a coffee house in, never mind.
Is there actually?
In St. John's.
H-A-U-S?
In St. Charles.
H-A-U-S?
Yeah.
Okay. We should partner with them.
Anyway, go ahead.
Coffee House in Delhi. I got a job there. I had 2 part-time jobs through college. Well, one main one throughout, and then like a few here and there. Like I worked at TJ Maxx and Chick-fil-A, but the one I stuck with the longest was this ice cream shop, and like a coffee shop right across the street. And so they had like kind of like a full-ish menu of like lunch and breakfast items, and so I like learned how to cook there, but it was like vegan and vegetarian stuff, and so like I mean it was still like pretty good stuff, but I didn't like learn how to like work with meat and stuff that I've kind of just had to figure out on my own. But that's kind of where like I learned how to like prepare and cook a lot of stuff, and then yeah. So how I cook is not like sustainable. How I cook is like I go out all out for like one meal and then I feel exhausted and I just don't do it. And so like it's great that I have a wife now because she usually cooks for us, but I like to at least like help out or cook random stuff like smoked chicken.
Oh,
That was so good.
Good deal.
this guy.
This guy.
Let me tell you, I had a dream about that chicken.
Did you actually?
It was incredible.
Wow.
I'm not even lying.
Yeah, walk us through that chicken, man. I'm like,
Praise the Lord for
Praise
that
the
chicken
Lord.
Yeah.
and for stew.
Wait,
Tell you guys about that chicken?
Yeah.
you had a dream about the chicken before or afterwards?
After I ate it,
Post chicken.
I'm not.
Profit.
Profit.
No, I meant like Stu told you about the chicken, you had a dream about it, and then you had it. I wasn't sure how it went down.
No, man. Stu was like, you and no one want to come over for dinner. I was like, Stu, you know I'm in. We went over there. I had no idea what we were eating.
Chicken.
And he goes, dude, look what I did. And he just takes the lid off of his, was it a deep fry? No,
It's a charcoal grill.
charcoal grill.
Deep fry?
deep.
Pretty close.
Very different things.
And he goes, look. And there's just like a ton of chicken. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be okay. I'm like, cool. Dude, I was so wrong. I ate that. He put some special white sauce on there.
Ooh. Fire.
You changed my world, Stu.
So what I prepared for you guys was A whole chicken, butchered, smoked in an Alabama white sauce with some coleslaw on the side. What else do we have? Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes. Good morning.
My dad actually just gave me that charcoal grill, and so
Ooh.
you think charcoal grill, it's just for grilling, but I did this thing called indirect heat cooking, and so one half of it, one half of it was literally just like a drip pan with like I put some beer in the pan, and so it kind of hydrated the chicken as it cooked. And then the other side, you get coals going like really, really hot, and then you put some like chunks of wood. So I did apple wood. And then I got a whole chicken from Hy-Vee, just butchered it up into quarters.
What's this man's name?
I was just thinking about how you said you'd like rip the spine out. It
It was disgusting. You had to like cut through, like you had to cut out the backbone, but like the backbone is like connected to like
The hip
bones
bone,
that go
the ribs.
into.
Yeah,
The
it was
neck bone's
gross.
connected to the hip bone. The back bone connected to.
I can imagine John like butchering a chicken and just singing that
Then he cuts his fingers off because he's John.
song. Yeah.
Dope.
Ren's out here holding it. It's like,
Guys, Noah, cut my fingers off. Noah thinks that I just ask him for everything.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
what do you mean asking?
A defining characteristic of who you are.
Like, this morning. Wait, did you actually make me eggs? Because I never eat them.
Yeah, they're in the microwave.
Oh my god.
I literally like said, "Hey, your eggs are done," and you were like, "Nope," and then you like laughed. That's okay.
But like this morning, Noah was making eggs. I was like, no, you want to make me some eggs? And he's like, John, you can do it yourself. I was like, no, you're literally making eggs right now. Just throw some more in the bowl. And he's like, fine. That's Noah's number one answer to me whenever I ask him for
Fine.
anything is fine.
To be fair, you also asked him for a vitamin. Like as he was getting those out for him. So. What's that? Can I have one?
John's go-to phrase is, "So what can you do for me?"
So what can you do for me? So
Really?
we have a friend, Grace, who works at Hallmark.
Grace Laggy.
Yeah, Hallmark store.
Flage.
Flage.
Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Hallmark and Grace.
And she's a manager at Hallmark, and
She's a
there was
manager.
this blanket on sale because unfortunately Hallmark's closing, and
Like all of Hallmark stores?
Wow,
A lot of the
that's big news.
stores, I think.
I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it. But so it was 40% off, and she's like, "Dude, you want that blanket?" I was like, "You know I do." And I was like, "So I was like, Noah goes, you know she's a manager, right?" And I was like, "What? You manage the store?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like,
She's like, yeah.
So I was like, "So what can you so what can you do for me?" And she's like, "I can give you 60% off." So I left with a blanket that was originally $40 for $12.
It's a sweet deal.
That's super sweet deal.
Dude, I got this for $8 yesterday.
Did you barter with
Not at Hallmark. Not at
If you
Oh,
barter
just
with
sort of
TK
Yeah, I had to
Maxx.
ask the cashier what she could do for me. What could you do for me?
clean out your car?
I'll clean out your car.
Okay, so we're hitting 42 minutes. Getting close to the end, boys. So I'll ask the last question.
You've got the last one? Ooh.
If you can impart wisdom or give someone like, I don't know.
Bro.
It's a
So we're
it's a
three college
brewing
dudes,
question, yeah.
right? We're three college guys. And you were at one point a college guy. You were at one point a Christian college guy.
You were at one point a Christian.
You are still a Christian.
Yeah.
You still run around college guy circles.
Still have 7 kids.
Still have
Still-
We're literally just
38
calling
kids.
this. We're calling this
7
episode
kids
to
is-
7 kids.
7 kids
100%.
and 38, dude. That would be
a little rough.
that'd be a little rough. That's okay. You can do it. If you want to, you can do it.
But Stu, if you could give us any wisdom, anything that you want to say, man, the mic is yours.
What would you want to leave us with?
You could say literally anything. We'll shut up for the rest of the episode.
Is that the question? Official question?
It's well done. I stole it.
Whatever you want to say. Heck, here you go.
I feel like Eminem in 8 Mile.
Do you?
Yeah. That's such a good question. feel like throughout the years I've accrued some like pretty useless knowledge.
That's good.
Some good knowledge, like some helpful stuff. I don't know. We actually talked about this last night in my small group about wisdom and knowledge, and knowledge is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like knowing things. I feel like I know a lot of like random stuff. Like yeah, like I know how to smoke a chicken. I know how to. I know like just like a lot of useless information that probably pushed out a lot of other like important information in my brain. But I've got some like useful, some like weird knowledge, and I think it's just like how you apply it and how you use it. I'm going through James right now, and there is one part, I think in chapter 3 at the end, maybe chapter 2, I think chapter 3 at the end where it says like to know the truth, or to know like what is good and not do it is sin. Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I think coming up knowledge with that, like I think as college students it's hard because everything is so conceptual. Like everything that you're learning, even if it's very like applied field, is just so still like conceptual.
Yeah.
And it feels hard to like actually apply what you're learning. Use that knowledge, but I think it's important to like find something that you're passionate about, learn as much as you can about it, and like just do it. Embrace not knowledge, but like be wise about it. I don't know. I feel like I'm not a super knowledgeable and wise
That's
guy,
good, dude.
so
Totally.
that's a really hard question.
So upon looking it up, the verse is, I think, James 4:17,
Which says,
if anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them.
Yeah.
So like just the knowledge of like knowing what you should do but not doing.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
I think like encouraging guys to take steps of faith.
Amen.
It feels so easy to kind of choose comfort, choose familiarity, like what you know, like doing stuff like fun stuff like starting a podcast. Like it feels like the Lord can use that. Like I mean, just doing things for the Lord, but also like just things that like matter. We waste a lot of time, but you can also use your time to do like really good and really cool things and things to be edifying for the soul and also to your community. So
That's a good word.
That's awesome.
That's really good
Awesome.
word.
Stu, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sacrificing your morning. We really appreciate it, man. John, where can people find us? Where can people find you, Stu?
yeah, we'll ask you first.
Yeah.
my Instagram is at Stuart Voltz.
Yes, it is. That's Stuart Voltz.
He's also a good photographer.
Really good.
so-
We didn't even touch on that.
Yeah, we'll have to have you on a second time. It's worth it. Worth it.
But John was saying he might shout out my photography, but I'm not doing any more professional work.
That's okay.
But
So you guys missed out. That's all I got to say. This guy's incredible.
Sorry.
He's taken some pictures of me. He's made me look awesome, and that's hard to do. So
No, it's not.
appreciate it.
thanks, guys. Yeah, that's my Instagram. Don't look me up on Facebook. I don't do anything with it. And
You got Twitter?
I do technically have a Twitter. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram or in DeKalb.
Or in DeKalb.
Probably at the House Student Center.
Right around DeKalb.
Yeah.
And you can find us at InHaus Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud.
Ooh, SoundCloud.
Guys, we're everywhere.
If you just want the audio files, go to
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
we upload.
If you're listening to this on just the audio file, then you're on SoundCloud.
You're on SoundCloud right now, but we upload on YouTube and SoundCloud. Right now, we're doing bi-weekly.
Mondays.
Who knows? We'll see what happens. But we'll see you
Next time
next time.
on InHaus Podcast.
Leader.
Boom.